Yeah, it's just the pickle. It's the Eddie and Webby show, but it's just the pickle. It's just the pickle. The Eddie and Webby show, but it's just the pickle.
Oh, hey, how's it going? This is Webby, not Eddie.
And I'm Eddie, and this is our 96th podcast.
Oh, yeah, episode number 96.
That's right, and this is another instance of Just the Pickle, where we give you just the pickleball segments from old podcasts. We have so much great material that we've done in the past. Webby, isn't it great to be able to show this to maybe some newer fans into pickleball that have come into the pickleball world in the last few years?
Yeah, man, I like it a lot. I really think it is cool to go back and show some newer fans some of our classic episodes with the awesome guests we've had in the past, because we really have had some really, really good guests and a lot of people that are still very relevant in the pickleball world today.
Tonight's guest that we're bringing back and giving you just the pickle on is from August 8th, 2019. And I'm pretty sure when you first see this guest, you're probably not going to recognize them because a lot has changed for this individual in the last 4.5 years or so. And Webby, you're going to try and guess who it is as we go through here, but this one's going to be pretty obvious, so you're probably going to know right away. This guest, we found out that they have a hidden talent that you're going to be very surprised about. And here's where I give it away. This is going to be the first mother-daughter pro pickleball duo that we ever had on the podcast. Have a guess?
Okay, yeah, I think I might know who that is. I'm going to say Leigh and Annalie Waters.
That's right. It's not only one guest, but it's two guests that we had on this evening. They were at their home in Florida. It was a milestone episode. It was right as the Waters were starting to gain this huge rush in popularity, which is crazy. And as I mentioned, we found out that Annalie might have a hidden secret talent. Webby, do you remember what that talent is?
I do. Do I reveal it now, or should we make people watch to find out what that is?
Save it to the end, because during this episode, there's going to be a world debut of some great content that we had the pleasure of making alongside Leigh and Annalie Waters that you're not going to want to miss. Do you remember that, Webby?
I do. This was such a fun episode. To this day, this is one of my all-time favorites. Just, they're an absolute blast, and they are a team that I have loved from the day that I first saw them play in a pro pickleball tournament. They just immediately captured my attention, and to this day, they are a huge force. Annalie Waters, obviously the #1 female pickleball player in all of pro pickleball. Leigh isn't currently playing with Annalie like she used to because an injury kind of took her out of the game, but she's still a coach, and she's very much active in the world of pro pickleball still. So, yeah, this was an awesome episode. I absolutely love it, and I think if you haven't seen it, you're going to enjoy it too.
That's right. This is Just the Pickle, where we're giving you just the pickleball content from episode number 47, August 8th, 2019, Leigh and Annalie Waters. Enjoy.
Oh, man, I am super excited because I've been wanting to talk with today's guests for quite a while now. They both burst their way into the pickleball scene together in a very big way last year, and they've won numerous gold medals in open pro divisions throughout the country and have captured the attention of the pickleball world in the process. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a huge honor to introduce to the show the mother and daughter duo of Leigh and Annalie Waters. Thank you very much for joining us. How's it going?
Hey guys, thanks for having us. We're excited to be on the show.
Nice. Yeah, we are both very excited to have you guys. Can't wait to get started. And I say we get right into it. I always like to start off with a hard-hitting question that our guests have never been asked during an interview before. So Leigh, I'll start with you. How did you first get into pickleball?
Pickleball, what?
Nice. Pickleball Anthem reference. I love it.
Of course. We had to start strong, you know. So about 2 years ago, Hurricane Irma came through Florida, and we evacuated to Pennsylvania, which is where I'm from. And my dad still has a place up there. So we get up to Pennsylvania, and we're like, Dad, what do you want to do? And he said, let's go play pickleball. And we were like, pickleball? What the heck is pickleball? So it turned out that we had no electric for 2 weeks. So we stayed in Pennsylvania for 2 weeks and did nothing but play pickleball morning, noon, and night. And of course, we were hooked after day one. And so as soon as we got back to Delray Beach, we found our local courts, and the rest is history.
Nice. So you both started at the exact same time then?
Exact same minute.
And I think I was better than her when I started, but that's personal.
Oh, man. Awesome.
The smack talk already started.
That's awesome. So what were your initial thoughts on the game when you first started playing it? Like, did you immediately see yourselves becoming professional pickleball players, traveling all across the country to do tournaments?
Well, when we first started, it was just for fun, you know, it was something to do while we were up there. And then when we came back and we saw how big the sport was, that's when we started playing. Like, playing the Delray tournament was our first tournament ever. And then from there, we just skyrocketed to, like, a tournament, like, every month.
Yeah. I don't think we knew the possibilities when we first started, so it just sort of was like a fun thing to do in our free time. And then, you know, obviously the more we got into the sport, we started realizing how competitive it was and what a high level you could play. And I think we just sort of were determined to try to get as, you know, as competitive as possible.
Nice. So not counting tournaments, how often would you say you both play pickleball on any given week?
Annalie?
Well, I play like once or twice a week, depending on what I have.
I play a little bit more often. I probably play 4 times a week. But Annalie's so busy with her 3 sports that we kind of have to dedicate time to each sport. So pickleball, because most people are playing it at night around here, that's the same time as her soccer practice, which is almost every single night. So we have to work in pickleball for her, for sure.
Gotcha. So Annalie, are you telling me that you're as good as you are and you only play once or twice a week? I don't believe that. Is that true?
That's true.
I think she played pickleball in her last life, because it's just like, I don't know, it's bizarre how it just seems to come natural to her. And like, she just gets it. She gets the strategy. She taught me how to hit the 2-handed backhand. She just, like, it's uncanny. And she's only 12, so I can't
That's crazy.
imagine. I know, it is crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is very impressive. That's great stuff right there.
Thank you.
Next year, if you're skinny, you'll have to play her.
Yeah, there we go, Eddie.
Let's do it.
All right, well, challenge accepted. We got it right here, folks. Mark your calendars. But Leigh, are you like a lot of other pro pickleball players? Do you have a background in tennis or any other sports like that?
Absolutely. I played tennis, junior tennis, since I was probably 10 years old, and ended up at University of South Carolina, full scholarship, D1 tennis player for 4 years. So yes, I had a strong tennis background, and it's definitely helped me with my pickleball game. As Annalie started playing tennis when she was 8.
Yep.
And I think, you know, obviously that's helped her with her game as well.
Very nice. So Annalie, you guys were saying that there are 3 sports that you do. So we know there's pickleball, we know there's soccer. What's the third sport?
Tennis.
Okay. Yeah,
Tennis
that's
is
what I
the
thought.
third sport.
So what do you like better, tennis or pickleball now? Can you answer that, or is that too hard of a
Pickleball.
question to answer?
Pickleball.
Okay. No
Pickleball.
hesitation. I love it. That's great. Nice.
I get to travel around the country and play professional pickleball. What else can you ask for, right?
Right? Oh, man, yeah, that's so cool. That's so awesome. I definitely, I love the fact that you get to do that. And that seems to be the case with a lot of people that we have on, people that have a tennis background. Once pickleball enters their life, tennis just keeps getting pushed back a little further and further.
Yeah, but it's awesome because even though she's not competing in tennis right now, she's continuing to play, and they both help each other. So
The better I get at tennis, the better I'm going to get at pickleball.
Yeah, and you know, if she were to decide next year that she wanted to compete in tennis, she could do that. So, you know, we just want to kind of keep the doors open and
See what happens.
Let her play as many sports as she can because they're all helping. Even soccer helps as well. I mean, they're all helping each other and helping her develop as an overall athlete. And so we're just going to play as many sports as we can for as long as we can.
Nice. Very cool. So Annalie, is it true that in regards to soccer, did you recently travel to Spain this year? Is that what I heard? Or you're going to travel there?
No, so I'm going to Spain, playing on the U.S. team for my age, and we're going to play other countries in Spain for a week.
Wow. Man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's pretty incredible. That's awesome. All the traveling you get to do. Very cool. Very cool stuff.
I mean,
so
our travel schedule. Go ahead.
Oh, no,
Sorry.
you go ahead.
I was just going to say our travel schedule between now and Christmas is insane. I mean, just thinking about it makes me extremely tired.
Oh, man. Eddie, what's going on the social media there?
Well, I got to tell you, there's a lot of comments and questions coming in. So you talked about your travel schedule being absolutely crazy. I can't even imagine what that's like for you guys. A question kind of along with that was, how many hours do you guys drill a week currently? And I think this is more just drilling instead of playing.
Instead of playing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be honest, we used to not drill
At all.
at all.
We just get there and we'd warm up for 5 minutes and then play.
Yeah, probably the first year of our pickleball life,
we didn't even
all we
know
wanted to do was play. We were like, drill? What's that?
Why do you need to do that?
We don't need to drill. And now we definitely see the benefit of drilling. So probably, what do we drill a week? We're probably still only drilling 2 hours a week.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, Annalie has very limited time. So when I drill with her during the week,
Just
we try to work it in right before soccer practice. We're lucky we have a couple courts right here in our development, so we run down, drill, for 45 minutes, and then
come back, get ready for soccer.
Yeah.
Go to soccer.
Yeah. So, and actually, lately, Annalie's probably been doing more drilling than actual playing because her schedule's been so crazy. But the drilling, I think, at the level that we're playing at right now, is really, really important. We're really trying to develop some new shots and become more consistent in some other some of our other strokes. So right now we're really trying to drill, especially right before TOC, trying to be at the top of our game.
This is my own personal question, but if you were to give a percentage of drilling versus playing, a recommended percentage, for people who are trying to step up their game, what would that be? 50-50, 75-25? What do you think?
Here's the thing. I guess it depends what your end goal is, because drilling is not as much fun, obviously, as going out and playing a rec game. So if you're just looking to I just want to have a lot of fun. I don't want to sit there and drill during my free time. Then that's what you should do. Otherwise, I think a good 50-50. If you're looking to really improve, a good 50-50 drill to playing. I say if you don't have a lot of time to spend drilling, use some of your rec play time in place of drilling. So work on things in your rec play. Don't worry so much about winning or losing. Work on new shots, or I really need to work on getting to the kitchen and dinking. And so just that day in rec play, instead of trying to win, just work on getting to the net and dinking a lot, so have a purpose in your rec play instead of worrying about winning or losing. Of course, you'll have to find a partner who's okay with that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what we did in the beginning. We, Annalie and I, when we didn't have much time to drill, and we would just work on things during our rec game. So, you have some options, but if you can get out there and drill for an hour and then, go play an hour, I think that would be awesome.
Nice.
Okay.
I love that approach too, the idea that you had of testing out things during rec play, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there like myself that do not have a lot of free time to even try playing pickleball. So
exactly,
a lot of times I don't feel like spending all my limited time doing drilling.
Right.
But like you said, if I spend time during rec play experimenting, trying new things, that's a great idea, a great suggestion.
Exactly, for sure. And I think, the more serious tournament players are the ones that are going to spend
50-50.
the time drilling. I mean, if you're just out having a good time, just go out and play a bunch of games and have fun with your friends and enjoy the game.
For sure.
I like that. We have one more question here. This is from Ian Moss, and this is actually in regards to drilling. He wants me to ask you guys, what drills do you work on? He saw them during a drill or doing a drill before Annalee's singles match at Beer City Open.
Well, drills, if you're doing singles, drills are different in singles than they would be in doubles. So it really depends on what you're working on. So like in singles, you would do angle shots, maybe a couple drop shots, work on moving to the kitchen after you've hit your third shot and covering the court. Whereas in doubles, you would be working on getting to the kitchen and dinking and the fast volleys and your third shots. Don't you think?
Yeah, I definitely think that single strategy is a lot different from your double strategy. And I'm not crazy enough to play singles, so I just get to run through the singles drills.
Sure.
But as far as our doubles drills, I mean, Annalee and I work a lot on fast-paced, like she said, like fast-paced volleys at the net, working on being aggressive from the kitchen because that's our game. And so we spend a lot of time trying to speed up the ball and reacting to it.
Nice. Well, that's it for our questions right now on social media. We're going to have plenty more, though.
Great questions there. Thanks, everybody. Keep them coming. So I got a question for both of you. What do you each like to do for fun when you're not playing pickleball?
Soccer and then school, of course, which is not fun at all.
I was going to say school is what you said you do for fun.
No. We binge watch The Arrow or The Flash.
Oh, okay, nice. Very nice.
We've been spending a lot of time in the airport and on airplanes. So Netflix has been our friend.
Not our friend,
I bet.
Our best friend.
Our best friend. And so Annalee is a big Avengers fan and that sort of genre. So we found these CW shows called The Flash and The Arrow. And there's how many seasons so far of each?
There's
like 7 or 8.
There's getting ready to be an 8th season of The Arrow, and there's getting ready to be a 6th season of The Flash. And we've already seen all 5 seasons of The Flash, and we're on season 6 of The Arrow.
Nice.
We shouldn't
Very
be
cool.
admitting this out.
No, I do love it. I do love a good comic book TV show. That's awesome. Very cool. So you might have touched on this a little bit earlier, but what was the first big tournament that you guys played in together, and how did that turn out for you?
The U.S. Open.
No, that we played in together.
Yeah,
you're right.
The first U.S. Open we ever played in age together, and we won bronze, which was our big.
Yeah, we were, because it was what we had started September 2017, and so this was April 2018.
Yes.
So it was our first U.S. Open experience. We had no idea what to expect, and we had never played in a tournament together as a team. And so we entered the 19 plus age, and we won the bronze. And we were we had no expectations, so we were so excited. I remember that.
She played with a mixed partner in the 19 plus bronze age together, and they won bronze. Also, when they won, he jumped into her arms, and they were all
But then after that, the first pro tournament that we played in together was the Texas Open, and we came away with silver in the pro division, and that was against Sarah Ansberry and Lucy Kovalova, and
we took them to 3.
We lost to them in the main draw, and then when we met them again in the finals, we lost to them in 3 games, 11-8 in the third or something. And that's when I knew that Annalee could handle herself in the pros. And that's when we started talking about
playing together
the next year. And so that's what we've done, and we've had great results, and we haven't gotten too mad at each other yet.
In rec games, we tear each other up.
Um, and so next year we're 2020. We have plans to play together as well. So we're excited.
Awesome.
I'm gonna play
Very
with her as
cool.
long as she'll play with me.
So, Annalie, how old were you in the 2018 U.S. Open?
I was 11 then, but when I started
Okay.
playing, I was 10, getting ready to turn
Wow.
11.
She's a January birthday, so
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. So the first tournament that I really heard about you guys playing as a team, it was the Florida Grand Slam tournament, and I just remember like you guys made like you really broke through, and I feel like just you took the pickleball world by storm after that tournament because I believe it was Simone and Corinne that you guys played against. Is that right?
That's right. Yep, we lost to them in the main draw in three
Yep.
in 3 games, and we had to fight through the back draw, and then we met them in the finals, and we won the 2 out of 3.
I don't remember if it was 3 or 2.
I think we won in 2, but I'm not, if I'm not mistaken. And then we won the game to 15, and that
was
we
awesome.
definitely had. That was another one. We had no expectations to come away with that win was unbelievable, and it gave us a lot of confidence moving forward as well.
And the ice cream after that was pretty good too.
The ice cream was pretty good too.
Nice. Yeah,
Annalie, she relates everything to food. So.
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I'm kind of the
eat
same
more
way.
than anybody.
I base my decision on how good a tournament is based on the ice cream that you get afterwards. So that's good to know they had good ice cream there. That's awesome. But so was that before? Was that before or after the 2018 U.S. Open?
That was after. That
Okay.
was January of this year. That was February of this year.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that was the third tournament that we played together. And then I think we've played since then. We've played
2.
Atlanta,
Chicago, and
Beer City.
So 3 more after that.
Nice. And speaking of the Beer City, that's where I had the pleasure of meeting you two in person for the first time and getting to see you two play in person. And man, that was an awesome experience, especially watching you two play. Because I kid you not, the matches that I saw that you guys were in were by far the best matches I watched that entire weekend. And there were amazing matches that whole entire tournament. But I like the most memorable volleys that I personally remember seeing were matches that you two were in. And yeah, that was great. And again, classic matches against Simone and Corinne. I've got
twice. No, 3.
Right.
Basically 3.
Yeah, pretty much
3
times.
again. We lost 16-14 in the game to 15 in the final. So it couldn't have been any closer than that.
Yeah, I just remember that that was the main event of the day, and yeah, it couldn't have been any more intense going to the third game there, the game to the 15, and it was neck and neck the entire time. Man, it was definitely the coolest experience I've had so far as tournament goes.
Oh, thanks.
It was awesome. You guys were very nice to meet in person, and just that whole experience was great. Was that your first Beer City Open?
That was our first, and we really enjoyed it too. Yeah. We're definitely going back next year.
Nice.
Now after that, I had a chocolate lava cake. So.
Oh, nice!
Chocolate
there we
lava
go.
Cake after that one. Yes.
I remember everything.
We went to Chicago straight from Beer City, and they had a homemade ice cream chain there called Oberweis, and every night we went to a different Oberweis for ice cream.
Awesome.
Must have been why we lost. We ate too much ice cream.
We were too bloated the next day.
Yeah, the Beer City Open, that will always hold a very special place in the hearts of Eddie and Webby. That was the first time we had ever done a tournament together. That was Eddie's first tournament ever. It was only my second tournament ever.
Cool.
Only my first time ever doing a doubles tournament. My first tournament ever was a round robin where I alternated partners every single time. So that was a real fun, good first tournament. But the first real big and first team tournament I ever did was Beer City Open last year. So yeah.
So are you guys going to try to do more tournaments?
Yeah, we try to do at least a couple a year. With him living down in Florida and me in Michigan, we don't get a chance to do a whole lot of tournaments together. But Beer City Open is one that we definitely plan on doing every year. I like to try to go down to Florida.
Is that because the word beer? Is that because the word beer is in the title?
Actually, yeah, that's the main reason we signed up for that tournament last year. We knew nothing about it. We were both very new to the sport. We were like, oh man, this tournament, it's called the Beer City Open. It's in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids has tons of great breweries that we love. Let's do this tournament. So that seriously was the driving factor for us doing that tournament. And we've talked about this numerous times, but we kick ourselves that like we were in the presence of tons of great pickleball pros last year, and we had no idea. We were so new to the sport, we didn't know who any of the pros were. And so this year we went all out and enjoyed every single second of it. And yeah, it was awesome.
I know, and it's amazing how like with each tournament there are more and more new pros, and everybody's getting better, and the game is just the level of the game is just rising with each tournament. So it's crazy. Oh
yeah, definitely. Also, speaking of the Beer City Open, there was actually a news story that came out in I believe it was the local Grand Rapids News. And I believe we actually have that video clip in question. And Eddie, if you're ready, I would say roll the clip.
The 2019 Beer City Open Pickleball Championships is underway in Grand Rapids.
Alyssa Heron live at Belknap Park after talking with what's believed to be one of the tournament's youngest players. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, good morning. All right, I'm going to put my skills to the test once more. We're going to keep practicing, but if you're looking for something to do this morning, you can come on out here starting at 7:30. That's when this is all kicking off. You can take a look. Organizers are already setting up right now, getting ready for that. There's going to be 482 players out here today from 32 states and more than 20 from Canada, all ranging in the ages from 12 years old to 78 years old. So mother-daughter duo Leah Waters and her 12-year-old daughter Anna Leigh will be competing in the Beer City Open, which runs through Sunday. Anna Leigh will likely be the youngest player taking part in the championship games this weekend, and she's been playing pickleball for the last 2 years and says,
wait a second, who's that?
Being able to get Kyle and play alongside her mom.
Well, being 12 and getting to play professional is also like great, and I get to play with adults that are like 20 to like 40. So, and they don't like on the court. It's like I'm like the exact same age as them. So that's really cool too.
And there is a $16,000 prize money up for grabs, bringing some of the best pickleball players from around the world. That tournament runs through Sunday here at Belknap Park, and people can come and watch, no charge. Once again, of course, if you want to come and check it out, but you can't make it, you can still follow along at grpickleball.com. So be sure to check that out. We have all these details on our website, fox17online.com. But Mike, Nicole, back to you guys.
All right, that was a very cool news
awesome.
story.
Yeah, that's a long.
Yeah, we saw like a little clip of Anna Leigh, but we didn't see that whole thing. That was neat. You guys were on there for like a second there. I saw.
Yeah, they had a little clip of us playing against Kyle. Yeah, I think that's when we were like really dominating in that game too. So they used a really good clip. Looked like we had him sweating there.
Yes,
that was fun. That was a fun
I
little
apologize.
addition.
I apologize because I think I've been saying your name wrong. So your name is Leah? Is that right? That's what they said in the news story, Leah?
They were wrong.
Yeah, there was another news.
You don't even. I mean, you can't even imagine.
No. Wherever we go, Leah.
Nobody can say our names. So.
When someone asks me, just like Anna, just go with it.
You just call her Anna or AL because nobody understands.
Someone said I was Anna Leigh Walters. It's like the easiest last name ever, and they somehow figure out how to butcher it.
That's pretty funny. A.L. Walters, I like it.
Nice. So, Eddie, anything going on in the social media?
I got to tell you guys are drawing in a great social media response today. A lot of questions and comments coming in here. So for all of you guys that are putting comments, we're not going to be able to get to all of them, but please keep throwing them there. I'll do my best at getting these questions over. But here's one from our good friend, Michelle Esquivel. She says, she says, hey guys, What do you guys, or who do you guys admire, look up to most in the pickleball community?
Oh,
gosh.
Michelle, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
All right.
You go first.
Gosh, who do we look up to and admire most? Well,
I got one.
okay, you go.
Neil Pop.
Neil Bob. That's her grandfather.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right.
And is that because he taught us how to play?
Yeah.
It is true. If he hadn't taught us how to play, we would not be playing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. His name's not Neil Pop. It's Teddy Bear. That's what we're trying to.
We're trying to get that
Yeah,
to
we're
catch
trying
on.
to get that to catch on.
He plays in the 70 plus, right?
Mhm.
In tournaments. So
All right.
that's who you pick?
Yeah, that's who I pick.
Oh gosh, there's so many people. I mean, you gotta admire Simone. I mean, she has won everything a million times over and is still, she and I are some of the oldest women in the pros right now. We're both, I think she's 40. I think she just turned 40. I just turned 40 in May. And she's still at the top of the game and still, you know, winning gold medals and still playing singles, which is, like I said, insane. So I guess I picked Simone.
Two great picks there. I would
Yeah,
I would
very
agree with
great
that
answers.
as well. Yeah. I think you aged Simone a little bit. I think she has a birthday coming up. I don't think she's 40
Okay.
just yet.
Okay.
though,
I
but-
know we're close because
Yeah.
we've talked about it, and I know that I definitely beat her because I turned 40 in May, and I tried to skip my birthday this year.
Yeah.
I didn't want
I was
to.
like-
I didn't want to believe it. I was like, nope. We just skip it. It didn't happen.
Yeah, right. Just gloss right over it. You don't even have to celebrate it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, good answers there. I have another question here from Johanna Coyne. I butchered that. And actually, Webby, this is something that we were trying to get out of Curtis at the
Yes.
Beer City Open.
Oh.
And this is any hints about developments in paddle tech paddles coming up. I know there's something big coming this fall, and nobody's
I'm gonna keep
leaking
my
it.
mouth closed because
Yeah.
I don't want to be like one of those people on the internet that like spoilers for 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
Wait, so does that mean you do know? So you do know,
All
huh?
we can say is big things are coming. Big things are coming. Paddle tech is going to change the game once again. But you're going to have to
Oh,
wait
man.
until October 1st, I believe.
Okay.
So
Or is it
stay,
September?
I think it's September 30th or
September.
October 1st. Big things are coming. You're going to have to stay tuned.
We tried bribery. We
Not
tried.
the
we-
answer you wanted, I'm sure.
We've tried bribery, blackmail, everything you could think of with our paddle tech friends, and none of them will release it to us. So, all right, we have one more question here. This is from
that Jay Gordon?
Yeah.
Oh, rip it, Jay, rip it.
Yeah. Jay says, ask them if they think they have changed the way women's pickleball is played.
Ooh, great question.
I don't know if we can say that we've changed it, but one thing that I can definitely say is that when we started playing, everyone told us that we couldn't continue to play the way that we played and play at the top level. And we sort of just refused to change our game. I mean, we did get a little bit more consistent, at the kitchen with the dinks and the drops and stuff, but for the most part, our game is to be aggressive and to hit hard. And we kind of stayed true to ourselves in that respect. And I think there's a lot of hard hitting going on in the women's game right now. I'm not going to take credit for that, obviously, but I mean, I don't think anybody at this.
All right, and I do remember after the Florida Grand Slam when you guys won big there. I do remember a lot of discussions starting on the pickleball forum and different places about because there's always the debate between dinkers and bangers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
driving versus dropping.
Yeah, and the bangers, the people on the banger side were loving the fact that you guys won because you definitely played aggressive. So
yeah,
But,
yeah. Well, I definitely think that more people are driving the ball. It used to be that the third shot was sort of, you had to drop it I think that was the case for a long time. And I think now we really are seeing that to mix it up is a great strategy. And that's sort of what we do. I mean, we might drive a little bit higher percentage than drops, but we are mixing it up, and the drive is our favorite shot. So that's definitely not something that you're going to see us let go of anytime soon.
Yeah, stick with it. I definitely say stick with it. We, Eddie and I, at the beginning, when we were very new to the sport, I think the people that kind of trained us or that we played with were a little more on the slow game side. So for a while, we were anti-banger. I know a lot of people don't like the term banger, but but we've both definitely grown, and we know, like you said, being able to mix it up, being able to play aggressive when you need to, slow it down when you need to. That's the way to go for sure.
Yeah, and the idea, really, I mean, if you can know when to take the aggressive shot, I think that's the biggest thing, is making the right decision at the right time. I mean, there's a time and a place for a drive or a hard aggressive shot from the kitchen, and there's a time and place for a dink and a drop. And it's just knowing when to take those shots.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I want to kind of switch gears a little bit here. There is a video clip I want to play. You guys did an interview with Scott Golden earlier this year.
Yes.
And there were a couple things that were discussed during that interview that I thought were very interesting. And Eddie, I'd say go ahead and roll that clip when you get a moment.
Hey! So Webster says, does AL have many friends her age that like to play pickleball also?
As far as your everyday friends around here, they don't even know really what it is, but we're spreading the knowledge. So this says, tell your friends to watch the Pickleball Anthem Rap song on YouTube. They'll want to play instantly. Well, Anna-Leigh has a rapping talent.
Uh-oh.
This leads perfectly into Anna-Leigh's rapping talent.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. If Webby can come to the U.S. Open, I don't know if he's coming, but if he does, we're going to do a live stream impromptu rap session with Webby and Anna-Leigh, and I'm going to introduce you as the rapping Ripper.
That would be awesome. Did you see how young I looked there? I wasn't 40 there yet.
That 1 year makes a huge difference, Mom.
But I thought that was a great little segment. Yeah, I thought that was a great little segment there. Unfortunately, I did not make it to the U.S. Open, so I did not get to meet the rapping Ripper at that time. But something pretty interesting happened recently. Eddie and I actually recorded a brand new hip-hop song, and we had a nice little collaboration in that song. And I say we should just maybe go ahead and debut the video now. What do you think, Eddie? You think now is a good time to do this?
I say we do it.
All right, so without further ado, I feel like I need to be like Carson Daly, and it's like world premiere music video time. So, and now, the world debut of the new music video from Eddie and Webby, featuring Anna-Leigh Waters. That's right. This is what we call Pickleball for Life. Roll it.
Pickleball. What? Pickleball. What? Well, it's Monday morning and I gotta go to work. It's gonna be a stressful day and my boss is a jerk. I already wanna bang my head on the wall. Man, forget this, I'd rather go play some pickleball. I think I'll call in sick and go to the pickleball courts. That would be much better than typing up reports. I've got the pickleball bug, there's just no denying it. Pickleball therapy is the only known cure for it. I'ma play this game till the day I die, 'cause it's pickleball for life. Pickleball for life. Pickleball some laundry or go cut the grass. But my brain says no, I should dig and smash some pickleballs up and down the court. Don't deny yourself of it, life is way too short. You know that pickleball is life's greatest blessing. If I go a day without it, I'll be straight up stressing. My worst nightmare is a life without pickleball. One time I took a week off and my body went into withdrawal. I'ma play this game till the day I die, 'cause it's pickleball for life. Pickleball for life. What? Pickleball for life. Yeah. Pickleball for life. 'Cause pickleball is life. It's the best sport in the world, and that's a fact. If you disagree, boy, you might get smacked. It's a great way to bond for both mothers and daughters. Don't take my word for it, ask Anna Lee Waters.
This is Anna Lee, and I'm a pickleball junkie. The addiction is real, yo, and that ain't funny. I tear it up on the court. Yeah, I'm courageous and bold, and the best part is I'm only 12 years old.
Should I read a book? Nah, I'ma play pickleball. Should I do yard work? Nah, I'ma play pickleball. Maybe buy some groceries? No, man, I'ma play pickleball. All I need is pickleball. Eat, sleep, and breathe pickleball. I'ma play this game till the day I die, 'cause it's pickleball for life. Pickleball for life. Pickleball for life. Pickleball for life. Yo, 'cause pickleball is life.
Oh yeah!
That was awesome.
Oh man, thank you very much,
That was
Anna
so
Lee,
cool.
for participating in that. That was so much fun to work on. It definitely wouldn't have been the same without your contribution.
That was so cool. All the cameos were so funny.
Yeah, that was another thing that I was able to do at the Beer City Open because I was in the presence of all these pros. I was like, "Hey, do you want to be in the music video? Do you want to be in the music video?" And luckily, everybody was more than willing to contribute to it. So thank you to everybody that added to the video. Can't thank you enough. And yeah, super fun to work on. That was our first original song since Pickleball Anthem. So we felt it was time to bring another pickleball hip hop song into this world.
You did a very good job.
It was much needed.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I thought when that interview you did with Scott Golden, like that was hilarious. You did the rap of the Hamilton song, and
yeah.
When I knew I was not going to be able to make it to the U.S. Open, I was like, oh man, that would have been so great. And then, but then I like eventually when I started writing the new song Pickleball for Life, I was like, man, if Anna Lee is interested in having a part in this, like that would be incredible. And yeah, I thought it
she
turned out
goes
great,
around
especially with
singing
your contribution.
your original anthem.
Yeah. I like memorized half of it yesterday.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
That's why we had to throw that pickleball in the very beginning. 'Cause that's all I've been hearing her say for a few days.
Love it. Absolutely love it. But something else that you talked about in that Scott Golden interview, I had asked a question about if anybody your age, Anna Lee, plays pickleball, and you guys were talking about how like most people your age like don't even seem to know about it where you're from. Has anything changed in the past year? Would you say there are more people your age that are into it now?
One of the girls from my soccer team went to the Villages to visit her grandparents, and she played pickleball, and she came back and she was like, I give you credit now. It's harder than it looks.
Well, we actually just got back from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, where we did a few days of clinics, and we did a kids like demo day, and there were a ton of kids, and they were given the choice of hanging out and playing pickleball. Sorry, I just pressed the button. They were given a choice of hanging out and playing pickleball or going to have a pool party. And Anna Lee and I were like, oh dear.
This is
gonna be bad. They're all gonna go to the pool party. And we were shocked because
they had to turn
like 80 to 90% of the kids wanted to stay and play pickleball. And they actually had
Oh,
to
wow.
turn some kids away because there were so many that that wanted to stay and play. So that was
Nice.
really, really cool. Yeah, because these were kids like 7 to like 14 or something like that, and they all wanted to stay and play pickleball. And just being members of a lot of groups and forums on Facebook. I mean, there's so many junior pages now, and so many kids getting involved, and so many kids taking the lead to try to get other kids involved across the country. And I think it's grown a lot for the juniors in the past year, which is exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love to see that. And that honestly was like the major driving force to us even starting to focus on pickleball on this channel, because we both, as soon as we played pickleball, we both got addicted immediately. But we also, it seemed like it was very, very heavily geared towards senior citizens. And I
Right.
couldn't understand why, because I mean, I get why it's popular with them because you don't have to move around nearly as much as tennis. But when you get to that competitive level, I mean, it's very strenuous. I mean, you got to be in good shape to play at the competitive level.
Absolutely. Especially since the days are so long. I mean, the draws are getting larger and larger, and
Matches are longer.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
longer.
the matches aren't easy anymore. It's not like you have an easy first round or anything. Everybody's really good. And so, I mean, yeah, your endurance is definitely really important.
I get killed
Oh,
at
for
every
sure.
soccer practice though. So
But I got to tell you, no, I was going to say, like, Anna Leigh, I really do think that you have played a huge role in the fact that there are so many younger people wanting to play because, I mean, you've made headlines. People see that a young girl like yourself, you were only 11 last year at the time that you were making headlines. It just goes to show that, like, you can be young and just you can already have a career if you want to in pickleball at a very young age if you really get serious about it, and I think that's awesome.
yeah, I mean it's so fun. Like, why wouldn't you want to play? Like, I keep telling my friends, they're like, "Yeah, I want to go out and play with you sometime." So I mean, it's not like they're not interested in it.
Yeah, it's just getting them out there.
Getting them out there.
That's the thing, just getting them out there to get some experience and introduce the sport to them. And I think they'll be hooked like everyone else.
When they first, like, after the first week, I want to go out and play more.
Nice. So one thing I like to ask people on the show is, do either of you struggle with nerves before a tournament, or are you beyond that point now? And if you do or did, what advice do you have to help overcome them?
So I get nervous, like, before I go to a match, I get nervous, my hands sweat a little bit, and I'm anxious, but once I step out on the court, my nerves kind of fade away slowly. But I have a couple, like, quirks and stuff that I do. My mom tells me, watch the ball and move your feet are the most important things when you get nervous. But some things that help me is, like, tightening my hair, like, right before the person serves. Or, what's the other one that I have? Oh, yeah. I have to make sure the visor tag is, like, in my visor before I can serve or, like, return a shot. I have, like, a couple, like, weird stuff that I do.
Things that you do to try to take your mind off of being nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I get a little bit nervous usually before the first match of a tournament, and then once that match is over, I kind of just settle in. But yeah, Anna Leigh is right. What I tell her is, and that is what I tell people that take clinics or lessons from me as well, is if you're nervous, make yourself see the ball on every shot. Make yourself move your feet, because obviously when you get nervous, your whole body kind of tightens up, and you're not bending your knees, you're not moving. So just watching the ball, moving your feet automatically makes you do two of the most important things that you need to do on the pickleball court, and gives you a little bit more confidence as you make those balls to kind of get over your nerves. But a little bit of nerves, I think, is a good thing. Kind of gives you that energy to want to win the match, I think. If you aren't nervous, then something's wrong, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And I definitely excel at having a lot of nerves before a tournament too. So, but I definitely appreciate. I always love hearing what what pro players say about that, because it's fascinating to me, and it's something I definitely still struggle with lately. It's gotten easier, but Leigh, I agree with you that once that first game is done, it's usually fine after that. But before that first game, man, I am sweating
First
bullets.
game's tough.
And yeah, absolutely.
Another thing is like, you know, everybody now that if you've played tournaments or you watch, you know, the YouTube videos or the Facebook videos, you know, you start to know a lot of the pickleball players, and then when you meet them in a tournament, you get nerves like, oh, I'm playing so and so, you know, and then you end up playing the name instead of just playing your game. So I would say, you know, when you come up against a good team, just really focus on your own game, focus on the ball, and try to forget about who you're playing, because you can lose a match pretty easily just by being intimidated and never really play your game at all. So that's the other thing, I think. Try to focus on your game instead of your opponent.
All right. Yeah, great advice there. So do you guys each have a particular medal or victory that stands out as like your favorite so far, or the most meaningful?
Oh, that's tough.
Maybe the one when we beat Simone at the Florida Grand Slam. That one,
because it was like our
pretty
breakthrough,
good.
kind of like
breakthrough
our breakthrough. That was pretty awesome.
Your Nationals was pretty.
Oh, Nationals, yeah, Nationals 2018. I played age with Catherine Parenteau, and we played Lucy and Irina. We fought through the back draw and won the game to 15 against them. And it was a night match under the lights. We had a really good crowd. The atmosphere was amazing, and it was a great match. So I'll definitely always remember that one as well.
Nice. So Eddie, what do we got going on the social media?
We actually have a question here from our friend John Germstead, and he says, AL, have you played with Jack Monroe from Simi Valley, California? He formerly was the youngest 5-0 player in the country.
I played against him twice, and I met him first at Nationals, but I've never played like on the same side as him.
They've never played together, but they've played against each other in juniors mixed last year at Nationals.
Yeah, twice. No, 3 times if we count the game to 15.
Okay.
Yeah, so 3 times.
So that was another one where you and William lost to him
and Rachel
in the main draw.
And then beat them twice in the finals.
Cool.
He's a great player. Yeah. Great player, for sure. He switches hands, right? Yeah. If I remember. Yeah.
You got to admire people that can do that. I don't know how people can do that.
I don't know how. I don't either. I don't know how you have time. Like the points are so fast. Like how you can switch hands like that.
Right.
Well, that reminds me that Ben Johns challenged Eddie and I to a 2-versus-1 match, and he was going to play left-handed. And but then we find out that he's a solid 4.5 player left-handed too. So,
So Annalie and I played Ben Johns. In
2 against 1.
2 against 1
about
last
a year ago. I don't think we won a point.
It was exactly a year ago, and I don't think we won a point.
I think he would have been better off with someone on the same side as him. We would have had someone to hit to. Well, so there's Ben. Oh wait, no, he's over here now.
Well, that's what we heard. Right before our Kyle match, our match against Kyle, people were telling us, it's like it sounds like you guys have an advantage doing 2-versus-1, but to be honest, when you're at the level that Kyle's at, like it's actually easier to play by yourself because you don't have to rely on a partner. There's never that time where you have to there's the chance or if it goes down the middle that neither one of you know who's got the ball and stuff like that. So it made a lot of sense. And then I started to dread the match that we were about to play.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It does. It definitely made it more challenging. Yeah.
It's crazy how they can play 2-on-1 against two people and just have their way.
Yeah.
So at Nationals, speaking of Ben, at Nationals this past year, there was a ping pong table in the pro locker room.
Oh gosh.
And Ben was beating Annalie at ping pong
with his cell phone.
And he was using a cell phone as the paddle.
We also heard that he was a champion by using a spatula when he
He
plays
also
ping pong.
told us he's won using a spatula and a spoon.
No way.
So
Wow.
Multi-talented the ping pong.
That would be.
yes.
I gotta see that. I want to see some. I want to see
Yeah.
him play with a spoon and beat somebody. Did you guys witness that? I don't think I believe that one.
We didn't see the spoon. We just witnessed the cell phone, and that was
Okay.
that was real.
Yeah.
That was definitely real.
All right. Well, Ben, if you're watching, I challenge you to a game of ping pong where you use a spoon and I'll use a ping pong paddle.
Yeah.
Let's make that happen.
That might level the playing field a little bit.
Right?
Yeah. Just a couple more comments here on Facebook. Just real quick comments. Scott Golden says, "I love the Water Sisters and the whole family."
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Gotta love Scott Golden. And then Julie Scott, "I liked AL and Kyle Gold at U.S. Open."
Yeah, that's
that was
right.
awesome.
Yeah,
too.
Anna Leigh got to play with Kyle at the U.S. Open this past year in the age, and they got gold. So that was pretty darn cool, I'd say, to be 12 and get to play with Kyle Yates at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been quite the experience. That's for sure. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then one more from Julie Scott. She says, "True spoon at Royal Oak, Michigan." So,
We told you.
yeah.
Oh man,
Sounds like
Royal
it's
Oak,
true.
Michigan. That's close to where I'm at too.
Kyle's
Man, I gotta-
Kyle's a heck of a ping pong player too, but we've only ever seen him use a paddle. So
We don't know how talented he really is.
we don't know what kind of things he might have up his sleeve too.
All right. Well, even though Julie can confirm that Ben did win using a spoon, the challenge still stands, Ben. So I challenge you to a game of ping pong where you use a spoon and I use a paddle. So put that on the record there. So another thing that we love to do on this show is reveal information that our research team has discovered about our guests. I mean, we probably have the best research team in all of pickleball podcasting. So hopefully I don't embarrass you guys with the information that I'm about to reveal here. You can confirm or deny whether this stuff is true. So one thing that our crack team of researchers told me is, Anna Leigh, that you are obsessed with roller coasters. Is that true?
Woo! I love roller coasters. Anywhere we go, I'm like, Mom, there's a roller coaster. Oh, can we go next time, Mom?
Yeah, tell him where you just went.
We just went to Dorney Park when we were up there, and it was awesome. They have like 10 roller coasters there, and it was awesome.
That was in Pennsylvania when we just were.
And then the Universal, there's a red roller coaster that goes like straight up and then straight down and goes all this stuff, and Mom had to walk away and go do something. She's like, I can't watch it.
I can't watch it.
So what would you say is your favorite roller coaster you've ever been on, and what park was it?
That's a tough one. It's between the one at Universal and then there's this one at Dorney Park. It's yellow and it goes straight up and then you go right around and then you curve up and then you go straight back.
What's that one called?
Possessed.
Possessed.
So Possessed
man.
and Rock and Red roller coaster.
Rock and Red roller coaster at
Those are the
Universal.
two.
Nice.
I don't go on
Very
any.
nice. All right, so Leigh, I've got one for you. Is it true that you used to own and design a clothing line?
Yes, that is very true. When we lived in North Carolina, I had a clothing line for about, 5 years. And it was extremely hard work, but I learned a lot about, what goes into manufacturing and designing, and have a lot of clothes from from those years. But yeah, it's really tough manufacturing wise because everything's moved over mostly to Asia, and if you don't speak Chinese or have a quality control person over there, it's really difficult. So that was why I ended the clothing line, is the manufacturing just got too hard and too expensive to keep it in the US, which is a shame. But yeah, true fact.
All right. Very nice. Just got a couple more for you. One of the things that I heard is that you guys have a bull mastiff. Is that true?
Yes. Maggie's not in here right now. She's probably sleeping.
Yep, her name is Maggie, and she's almost 8.
She turns 8 in Thanksgiving.
Turns 8 in Thanksgiving, and she's our big baby. She's like 125 pounds.
Her mom was 200.
Oh, wow. Wow.
She's so sweet, though.
Yeah.
She's just a big baby.
We call her the gentle giant.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, and the last thing, and the thing that I found most interesting, and I'm not so sure I believe it, so I'll need you guys to confirm this. Is it true that you guys own a pig farm?
Yes.
Really?
So when we lived in North Carolina for about 8 years. That's where Anna Leigh grew up, and we lived in an agricultural town. It's a farming town. It's about an hour from Raleigh.
Called Clinton.
Yep, called Clinton. And my husband's family is in the hog business. So my husband was the farm manager of about 4 farms.
And chickens. They had
chickens. And chickens,
too.
yep. But we grow for Smithfield Foods. So if you go to the grocery store and buy some Smithfield bacon, it might have come from one of the farms. But not obviously now we don't live in North Carolina, but we still have interest in the farm. And Stephen's family, my husband's family, still has farms there. So yes, hog farmers, row crop farmers, chicken farmers. We've done it all just about.
Nice. Awesome. Very interesting stuff. Thanks for confirming that our research team did a good job and gave us the facts. So that's always good to find out.
Yeah, you guys are good. You guys dig deep. You find all the secrets.
Yeah, we do. Oh man, this has been such an awesome night. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, let me just say one interesting thing about where we lived in Clinton is that we were within a few minutes of Mount Olive Pickles. And almost every tournament that we go to, like any VIP section that we go to, they've got a huge jar of the Mount Olive pickles, and we're like, what? We used to live right there. And
nice.
So that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, that's very fitting. That's awesome. But yeah, seriously, both of you, we cannot thank you enough. This has been such a fun night. It's been great hanging out with you guys. Is there any way, anything you guys want to tell everybody that's watching or listening, the best way for people to keep track of what you're doing and what you guys are up to or anything like that?
Yeah, sure. So you can follow us on our Facebook page, which is Leigh and Anna Leigh Waters
Pickleball Pros.
Yes. And I'm trying to, so I just sort of recently opened our Instagram page, and I'm learning how to use it. But it's Leigh Waters Pickleball Pro, but Anna Leigh and I are both using that for right now. So check us out on Instagram for sure. And you want to tell them about our newest thing?
Oh, we're going to do that right now?
Sure.
Okay, so we have a website that's called ripitpickleball.com. And on there is our latest tournaments, what we, like the medals maybe we got in the tournaments, how we
pictures
did,
from tournaments, ways to follow our clinics, just sort of our bios and our fun facts. And Rip It Pickleball kind of came about because our favorite thing to do is rip it, and people started just yelling out to us when we're playing rip it, including Jay Gordon, who claims that he's our coach, right? And Kyle Yates is coach, right?
Yes.
No, but Jay did help us get into pickleball. And so hashtag rip it, you'll find that on a lot of our posts. And so we just thought it was kind of fitting for us. So yeah, you can follow us at ripitpickleball.com, Facebook and Instagram. And we love to hear from everybody. So we hope everybody will check us out.
Very nice. Well, this has been awesome. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Cannot thank you enough. Thanks again, Anna Leigh, for contributing to the new song Pickleball for Life. And you'll be able to find it in downloadable audio music stores near you or whatever you want. I don't know
Awesome.
how
We
you
can't
describe
wait. We can't wait to own a copy. Thanks
Oh,
for
man,
having
it is-
us. We
Yeah,
really
this-
appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you guys hopefully at a tournament soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. You have not seen the last of Eddie and Webby in the big time tournaments. One
That's
of these
right.
days we'll be in the pro division of nationals. You just wait and see.
We look forward to it.
Awesome.
All right. Well, have a good night. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, that was so much fun. Like I said earlier, that was one of my all-time favorite episodes we've done so far. They are just two people that I absolutely love that are part of pickleball.
It's crazy to learn about their background and to know all the talents that Anna Leigh Waters has. First of all, she's a great tennis player, a great soccer player, which back then her favorite sport was soccer, but I believe now her favorite sport is pickleball. And obviously she is just blowing up into a beast in the pickleball world, being the #1 female by far. And to know that she can also rap, as she was part of our world famous Pickleball for Life music video, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was so cool. That was so much fun working on them with too, because like I said in the episode, I worked with Leigh and Anna Leigh Waters. They would call me, we would collaborate, pitch some ideas back and forth, and then we did the recording. Just the whole thing was super, super fun. One of my top pickleball memories of all time.
I still love the story too about the first tournament that Anna Leigh entered, and they put her in 3.0 because they didn't know, exactly what her rating was at that time, right? They were
Right.
new to this.
Yeah.
And during the event, they moved her out of that bracket because she was demolishing everyone. Could you imagine what that conversation would have been like? I mean, that's crazy.
Right. Yeah, this little 11-year-old girl, she needs to go to like 4.0, maybe 5.0.
That's crazy to me. I loved it. Still one of my favorite podcast episodes we've ever had. And guys, if you have a favorite guest that we've had back in the day that you want us to do Just the Pickle on, go ahead and throw it down in the comments below. We'd be happy to. Again, this is Just the Pickle, where we're giving you just the pickleball content from previous podcasts that we've done in the past. I'm loving this format. And on that note, I'm Eddie.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddie, signing off.
So yeah.
Pickleball.